Good evening, everybody. I hope all of you are doing great. So, all of you, are you all attending the first time or you've attended before? If for the first time, you will have to type in the Q&A session. There's no chat in Zoho. So you can quickly, say a good evening or a hi and just let me know that you're here with me. Yes. Hi, Megha. Hi, Nimish. Hi, Shivam. Hi, Shubham. Hi, Varun. Okay. A lot of you are here. Great. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Good evening, Varun. Okay, so has joined here for the first time. Sanya has joined here for the first time. Okay, hi everybody. Hi Sohan. Good evening, all of you all. I'm getting so many. Okay, lovely. Great to know that. So I will not take a lot of your time. I will immediately start with today's session. So, I hope all of you are there and all of you are going to pay complete attention for maybe the next 45 minutes or so. And then we'll have Q&A. You are open to ask me all the questions that you have. Right? Just give me 1 second. Just 1 second. Yes. Okay. So before I start, so how is the preparation going on? How are you all doing? I'm sure like the Jan inter students must be really solving or like doing a quick recap. And what about others? What about the May attempt final CA students? Oh, Vaishnavi is saying that she's cleared final group 2 and she's very congratulations, Vaishnavi. So group 1, I'm sure you're going to clear in this May 25 attempt and becoming a CA really soon. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so let's begin with today's webinar then. I'll just start with sharing the screen. Okay, is the screen visible to all of you all? You all can just tell me, give me a quick thumbs up, please, so that I know that you all are there with me. Lovely, lovely. Okay, nice to know that. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. So before I start with today's session with the mentoring session, I want to share some really great news with all of you. First and foremost is CA Test Series has been awarded the best test series platform as per ICI exam pattern by ICAI dignitaries. Mayur Singla sir and Rahul Singla sir, both of them received this award very recently, right? So they are doing great work for the fraternity and for all the CA students here, right? Okay, and the next big news is AIR1 holder Heram Maheshwari is a student of CA Test Series and had taken the CA Test Series mock test series. So I would first and foremost like to share a small he has shared a video with y'all, and I thought I should share with all of you so that it really helps all of you here. So just give me a second. Okay, are you all able to see the video screen? Yes. Okay, just let me zoom it then. Just give me a second. Yes, just 1 second. Let me increase the volume. One. Okay, could you all hear him? Just give me a quick guess because I was not sure. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, Vikash is saying yes, others are saying no. So what I'll do is I'll just play another video so that the voice is really audible. All of you all can hear and just get some tips from him. So let's listen to him once again. Just one second. Yes. So I hope all of you all could hear him. So what he's trying to say is he had taken the CA test series and it really helped him to identify his weak areas. He had taken it in the very end, but he's recommending everybody to start from the very beginning so that you can make best use of this platform and have chapter wise test also along with the 100 marks test, right? So I hope all of you all are listening to him and start your preparation, start studying early, and then after and take regular mock test. Okay, okay. So I am getting a lot of comments from students that they're not able to hear the audio properly. What I'll do is I think it's posted on Instagram, so if you could quickly see their channel and see the video, it will be helpful. Maybe there is some time lag and some network issue. Yeah, so kindly do that. Okay. So one, okay, one very, very interesting thing that Heram Maheshwari had done is he had his study wall of AIR1. He had already prepared that, he wanted to become a CA and that also a CA AIR1 ranker, right? So this is his vision board. His vision was there that he is going to, get this rank anyhow in this November 24 attempt. So you can all see that here. So what I'm trying to tell you all is with your right targets and with your right guidance and with the right kind of mindset, everything is possible, right? So I will request all of you, we have come to the end of December, to start your preparations from now onwards, putting in your best efforts, right? So that you can make maximum use of this time that you have and ensure that you are putting in your best and you are really at the end of your paper you have that confidence that I have put in my best efforts, and I'm sure a lot of you are aiming to be even AIRs this time, right, for your May 25 attempt. Yes, how many AIR am I expecting here? Can you all quickly tell me? Varun, your okay, your attempt is Jan 25. Okay, Varun, so if your attempt is Jan 25, I would request you can, maybe listen to my last week's webinar. Currently, it's a very generic thing, so it's okay if you can exit this webinar. That's absolutely fine. You can do that. Okay, Amrita is doing single group. Vaishali is saying that she wants to. Sudarshan is saying he wants to. I am so proud of all of you. Very good. Great, great. Just give me 1 second. I think there's some network lag. Just 1 second. Yes. Yes. So now I hope all of you can hear me and also see me clearly. I got a few comments that there is some audio issue, so I just changed the network. Great. Okay. Uh, okay, last week's webinar is there on CAtestseries YouTube channel. You can have a look at it. It was specifically for the Jan 25 attempt, right? Okay, okay, fine. So now let's continue. Yeah. Now, for students who are giving their May 25 attempt, one very common issue that I get from students is, ma'am, I really want to study, but I am not getting time because of my articleship, right? So how do I go about with this preparation? Now, also in the Q&A, I'm getting a lot of questions about May 25. So today I'm going to tell you all how you prepare for your May 25 attempt. How do you go with the study plan, right? So first, from now, we have already come to the end of December. There are hardly 2 days. So Jan 25 to Feb 25, I want you to have your first revision wherein you focus on conceptual clarity and initial coverage of all subjects. So in these 2 months, just focus on getting the conceptual right, concepts really strong, and the initial coverage of all subjects. So you have done a detailed coverage of all the subjects. Now, from March to early April 2025, second revision, wherein you focus on past papers, RTPs, and MTPs. Now, after April to the end of the exam, like during your exam days, third revision, quick revision with mock test and weak area analysis, right? So you focus on your weak areas, you do quick reviews, and you do mocks. That is what is to be done from mid-April. So this is how you have to, like I have specified, you can take snapshots of this for your future reference, so that you know that how I have to go ahead and cover my portion depending on your groups, right? Now, for someone who is going to work every day, right, how do you have your study plan, right? So let me just tell you how you can plan your day. Obviously a little up down, depending on what time you get up and what time you sleep, but overall what you should be doing is with your office, right? So you can have one morning session from 6:30 to 7:30 in the morning. If practical subject is your strength, right, then you could keep practical subject in the evening or do practical subject in the morning for 1 hour. Then obviously 8:30 to 6:30 or so would be your office timing. So in that office timing, when you get short breaks, right, if you get short breaks, I'm sure you must be having your lunch break or you must be getting some short breaks. You can utilize those breaks for small topics or revision of short notes. So if you are making your notes, you can use that time for these revisions, right? Now in the evening, for 7:30 to 9:30, for 2 hours, you could do theory subject for 2 hours, right? So you are getting around 3 hours for doing practical and theory subject throughout the day. And the last session of the day, 10 to 11, you could just keep for relaxation and quick revision of short notes. See, what happens is in the last session, anyways, we are very exhausted. So at this time, instead of doing something new, what I can tell you is, you could just, whatever you have done, previously, you could do a recap. So this is how, see, here, the key here, when you are someone who is also working, who's also studying, the key here is consistency, being very consistent with your efforts and ensuring that you make each and every day count, right? Okay. Now, very important. So weekdays, what is the most important thing is I am very consistent. And weekends, you need to do intensive study. So the weekends that you get, Saturday, Sunday, you have to make maximum use of the time, right? So 6:30 to 9:30, you could take a practical subject. Then in the next 3 hours, like 10:30 to 1:30, you take a theory subject. Then 2:30 to 5:30, whatever you have done in the entire week, right, you should do a recap revision of all topics covered. And from 6:30 to 9:30, you could do a mock test for whatever chapters you have done and additional subject. I highly recommend that you start mock test chapter wise from now onwards, because what will happen is it will give you practical implication, like how do I practically apply what I have studied. It will help you understand your weak areas, right? And also it will help you understand that how what is my studies, like writing speed, am I very slow, or and when it comes to thinking and writing. So if you make that habit now, when you have to actually write a 3 hours paper, things are easier because you have practiced. And then once you finish chapter wise test series, then you could move to 100 marks. So I always tell my students that after one revision, please write a 100 marks paper also. So initially you do a chapter wise revision, and then once you finish your entire thing, you do a 100 marks mock test, right? And once you do the mock test, you'll understand what are your weak areas and what is it that you really have to work on. So in the next revision, you can work on those weak areas. And one test series, right? One mock test series exactly in the exam style, so that what will happen is you exactly know that when I have my alternate days, right, you get 1 day break in between. How do I utilize my time? What is it that I have to study after I come back from a paper, next whole day and in the morning? So that will only happen if you have written one mock test exactly in the study style. And it would be great if you could have CA test series mock test, because the way they analyze and tell you your mistakes, a detailed analysis is done. So it will really help you understand what is it and where is it that I'm going wrong, and what is it that I have to really work on, right? So writing chapter wise mock test, and writing at least 200 marks mock test is very, very essential, and at least one mock test exactly in the exam style. Okay, so mock test and writing practice, as I was telling you, Jan to March 25, attempt chapter wise mock test from CA test series. During this period, in Jan to March, solve at least one practical problem daily in subjects like FR, FM, DT, IDT, and write theory answers for audit weekly to improve articulation. So basically what happens, especially for theory subjects, we just tend to do it orally, and then we are not able to articulate, we are not able to think that fast, write that fast, our speed falls short. So there are too many things that are missed if you don't do writing practice. So I recommend writing practice for both theory and practical subjects. So writing at least one problem, solving one problem every day is very, very crucial. Second thing is audit and theory. You have to at least write at least once a week, if not every day, at least once a week. Try solving different type of questions. A lot of it is case study based. So, you need to think that fast, write that fast. So writing practice really will give you that edge, right? Okay, some key strategies, right? First and foremost, prioritizing weak areas. So spend extra time on challenging topics early in the schedule. So a lot of students, what they tend to do is, if I'm finding some topic or some subject very, very difficult, I keep it for the end. That is the worst mistake you can make, because what happens is, as exams come closer, you tend to be more nervous, more worried, and that time doing something difficult or something new is very, very it is very, very tiring, and it tends to scare you also. So whatever you don't know, you should always target that first, make your weakness your strength, and then only you move ahead with your portion, right? Second is make use of short notes. So in your 1.5 days which you get, right, you cannot revise the entire thing. So having your markings, whatever is very, very important, uh, you have it marked. And second, you have made summaries for last minute revisions. This is second thing which is very, very crucial, right? Now third thing is, because all of you, you have to work, you have your commute time. I know I am like expecting too much from you all, but this is something which is needed at this hour, right? Because now we are very close to exams. Jan is about to start, so you could have things which in a way in which you could use your office time also. So leveraging commute. So when you're commuting or you have short breaks in office, you can revise using flashcards, formulas, or simply revising standards or formulas, or making flashcards for things which that these things I need to remember and I need to recap. You can just keep uh, you know recapping so that the memory, you remember more and more, right? The memory of that particular thing becomes stronger and stronger. I'm getting a lot of questions in between, but be rest assured I'll be answering your questions. Just wait for some time, right? So we will do one thing. In the end, we'll have a Q&A, right? So for now, you can just focus on being with me in the webinar, and in the end, I will answer your questions. Okay. Next is stick to ICI study material. Ensure focus on ICI material supplements with trusted coaching institutes, right? So RTPs, MTPs, module, whatever ICI has given, very, very important. Going through the, the particular attempts, RTPs, MTPs, solving MTPs, very important. And attempting mocks are very, very crucial, right? Now, I just want you all to quickly glance through a paper given by, like as I told you, CA test series has been granted the award for, having the best test series for ICAI. I just wanted you all to have a look on how the papers are analyzed. So it will really help you understand how, so I'm just going to run you through audit inter paper, right? How it had been analyzed and the key mistakes that were made and things which are very, very important for audit, which you should keep in mind. Yeah, just 1 second. Yes. So this suggested, so this paper, students' paper was analyzed by CA test series later on, and a detailed analysis has been done by CA test series on what exactly should have been done by the student, where he was right, where he went wrong, and what are the areas of improvement, right? So if you could see, like for everything that has been marked wrong, a detailed analysis has been done that what exactly went wrong and what is it that is expected from the student, right? So I will just run you through the mistakes that were made in a very generic way so that everybody understands what is it that we have to do, like how is it that we have to attempt, or what are the particular mistakes that we should be avoiding, right? Okay, just give me 1 second. Now, for example, for the CA test series paper, audit September 24, the student had made very, very specific mistakes, right? So the right way when you're doing inventory counting for that topic, you have to say that scope of the problem, right? And he had written extra note, right? So very, very particular, specific mistakes are pointed out and how it is to be fixed. Like, the student had to learn essay 705 with examples in detail. So each question was in detail analyzed with what was right, what was wrong, and how that person could fix it, right? Now, some things which have been mentioned so that the answers are presented better, I thought I will run through for all of them so that you all benefit in general. First and foremost, mistakes that are made is mentioning standards, right? Skipping standards of auditing. So SA 75, you have to always name the standard. Very important in auditing, mentioning the standards. Second thing is, writing short form or incomplete answers. Very, very detailed answers are required. And the more institute's language you use, the more technical words you use, the better, right? A lot of students in audit papers, what they do is they unnecessarily add extra or irrelevant points. So they feel if my answers are really, really big and long, what will happen is I will get more marks. But that is not the case. The more to the point, right? And whatever you're just writing that will fetch you more marks instead of just trying to fill the pages. Then adding standards, laws, and technical terms. The more technical terms you add in law, the better it is, right? Using essay reference in Caro reporting. Now, simple, very, very simple steps to improve. So all this is given when a paper is analyzed. What is it? Where is it that you went wrong? What is it that you should be improving? And what are the particular things that you really need to keep in mind, right? understanding basics, like learning auditing standards with easy examples, following a plan, like starting with the issue. You should always start with the issue first, mention the rule, and then you conclude clearly. Third thing is managing time, right? Practicing writing full answers within time limits. So that's why I told you it's very important that you start writing chapter wise mock test also, and you write 100 marks mock test, because what will happen is you will know that, for a particular chapter, how good is my understanding. Second thing is whether I am able to complete that particular, like a 16 marks or a 8 marks question in so and so time period, right? Smart revision, focusing on key topics like ethics and standards, and ensuring that you have all your markings ready, right? Whatever is very, very important, making flashcards or making a list of things that you need to summarize, you need to memorize, so that you go through the list every single day. So one thing, like a quick recommendation or a quick tip I can give you all is, for whatever things you feel I have to code them, right? Like essays, uh, accounting standards, or taxation section numbers, you make a list of it, right? And every day what you can do is simply glance through the list, right? So maybe you spend 10 to 15 minutes just going through the list every single day, and you can imagine by the time your exams are there, how many number of times you would have revised, right? So it's just going through the list will also help you remember, because every day when you see it, you are using your senses, you're seeing, and you can even read out loudly, so that the more senses which are used, the better is a person's memory. So seeing those things daily will help you remember, and will help you quote the same during exams. Okay. uh, so some things which were given in the takeaways was, avoid the common mistakes which students make, write very, very clear, focused, and complete answers, practice with real examples and feedback. You can have your mentor, or you can have discussions with your friends to understand where is it that you're going wrong, right? And small improvements lead to big success. So every time you are making a mistake, right, every time you feel that this is something, like, after you finish a chapter and you write a test, every time you do that and you realize this is my mistake, just don't leave it there, right? A lot of students, what they do is, after writing a test, and you receive the analysis from CAtestseries, it is very important that you analyze that what is it and where is it that I went wrong, and you ensure next time when I'm doing it, I don't repeat those mistakes. This is a very, very crucial thing, right? So today, I hope this session helped you all at least to plan your studies well, and know that how I should have my planning, and how I should go about, how do I use my Jan, from my Jan month to the end of the month, to from Jan to the time your May exams begin. And now that I have got so many questions, I think I should really start answering all your questions, right? Okay, so Aditi is asking for advanced account strategy tips. So advanced accounts strategy tips is something which you will have to specifically. So today I am going to give you all generic tips, but if you have very, very specific tips, you can connect with CA Test Series, right? They have, you can directly connect with their student mentors. So they have a specific mentor and a guide for every subject. So they will surely answer you all, right? Okay, somebody's asking for a PDF of this. Yes, I'll just share the PDF with you all. Just give me a second. I can do that. Uh, okay, now you can start typing your questions. I'm trying to go back so that a lot of questions have come, so I can answer. I'll try to answer most of them. Ma'am, instead of writing chapter wise mock test, can I write 4+2 test series unscheduled? See, that is also fine, Pavni, but why I recommend chapter wise is because after every chapter you will understand that what is it that I'm falling short, like where is it that I can improve, so that you can next time when you're doing the revision, you will specifically focus on those areas. But if you feel taking unscheduled test is something which is better for you, that is also fine. That is absolutely okay. Next question is from Lenin. Ma'am, is it sufficient for full-time employment for Group 1 SFM class to be taken and FR and audit class is completed? I think you have not typed the question correctly, Lenin. Can you please retype and send it? Okay. MCQ case study, how to prepare in CA final. So, Hitiksha, what I will recommend is once your conceptual clarity is done, you've done with that phase, the more different type of questions you solve, the more MCQs you solve, it will be really helpful. So yes, you can join the test series chapter wise also and 100 marks also, so that you get, a clear idea of what different type of MCQs can be asked, right? The more practice at this stage, what the most important thing is practice. So practice is the key here. The more different type of questions you practice, the better it is going to be for you. Okay. Okay, 1 second. uh, MD is saying that my exam is in Jan, and I still feel weak in business law. Give me some advice. So MD, now that you're very, very close to exams, the only thing I can recommend is whatever you have done before, just stick to it. Now you don't try to do anything new. Now you just focus on revision and writing practice, right? So at this stage, I'm not giving you any new tips because I want you to stick to what you have been doing before. Because when we are very close to exams, it will be best that what we have done before, we make the foundation very, very strong, right? And just keep revising that. Okay. Next question is from Pavni. I have completed my articleship. I'm done with group 1 classes, but I didn't start my group 2 classes. So can I attempt both groups in May 25? This is my second attempt and want to clear both groups. Is it possible? So Pavni, one thing I can tell you, if you are very, very consistent and you decide that you put in 10 to 12 hours every single day, if these two conditions are satisfied, yes, you can try attempting both groups, but you will have to put in your best efforts from day one, from today's day, because you've already finished group 1 studying, right? Second group you are doing now. So what you could do is you could do group 2, your classes at the same time every day, sparing some time for doing group 1 revision, right? So that you are at par, and now then you can attempt. But very, very important, studying regularly 10 to 12 hours every single day, right? uh okay, Asta is saying my marks are very low. I want to know why. So Asta, which marks were low? Have you tried to attempt CA test series mock tests and you're getting low marks? So there is a detailed analysis that is done by them. You can just have a look and understand where is it that you are making mistakes and try to work on those areas. uh Kalam is asking, he's doing a job while preparing for May 25 inter. Okay, Caleb has not cleared for the last 8 times and really wants to fulfill his dream of becoming a CA. So, Caleb, what I will try to tell you is, please understand where is it that you are going wrong in the previous attempt. At this stage, I think by now your concepts must be really, really strong. What you could do is you could try and attempt more and more mocks, right? The more and more mock test you write and you solve, you will understand where are your weak areas, where is it that you're falling short, and then you should work on them. So I will recommend that instead of again and again going through the text and going through the modules, try attempting different questions so that it will help you understand where is it that you're falling short. So you may try and attempt more and more mock test. Okay, next question. I'm moving ahead. Sneha is asking any tips for Jan intermediate both groups for last days. So Sneha, at this stage, what I would like to tell you is, I hope you have a strategy ready of how you are going to use your exam days and you have your markings ready. So at this stage, you can focus on doing quick revision and ensuring that you exactly know how you are going to attempt your exams, right? What you're going to study the day once you're back from a paper, next whole day and the morning. that strategy has to be set now itself so that you're very calm and composed during exams. Sakshi is asking whether we can take chapter-wise test series only for audit. Yes, you can take. Yes, yes, absolutely. You can even take subject-wise, uh, chapter-wise test series. Achha, Lenin is asking, is it fine time for group one since we have only 2 hours available for a day? So Lenin, as I told you in the schedule also, like the one which I shared with you, you have to ensure that weekdays you're very, very consistent, and weekends, very important that you make maximum use of your time, right? So weekdays, morning and evening and office commute time, or in office if you get time, you should make maximum use of it. And weekends, you need to stretch yourself a little and ensure that you complete more and more portion. That is the only way you will be able to finish your targeted portion, and we can move on to revisions and writing more and more mock test. Okay. Someone, okay. Okay. Next question is, okay, Smita is saying that whenever I study, I understand, but later on, when I study other subject or chapter, I forget earlier chapter and losing confidence to pass exam. So, Smita, first thing is, a little you will forget. That is very normal. But just see if you are able to at least remember the concepts, right? If you are able to remember the concepts, the more number of times, the more revisions you do, the better you will be able to remember. And the second thing which will help you really build your confidence is writing mock tests. So the more mocks you write, the more confidence you get, because you will understand that you are going in the right directions. And if you're faltering anyway, if you're making any mistakes, you will understand that what is my particular weak area and how I can work on it. I hope this answered your question, Medha. Okay. Nimish is saying that I attempted November 24 CA final paper. He cleared, but the aggregate was not met. I attempted the paper 80 to 90 marks at the end, and I got 40 to 50. So first of all, Nimish, what you could do is you could go through the, you have to, you will get a lot of. You first have to analyze that where is it that you went wrong, right? If you have suggested ICI suggested answers will be out in some time, but you will get the suggested solutions at a lot of places. So first you can try to analyze and understand where is it that you went wrong in the previous attempt. Like, is your concept done? Had you you have, whether you had done a lot of revisions. And third thing is whether you had written mocks. Another good way you can do is, you can start attempting mocks so that you know that why am I making mistakes and where is it that I am not going right. Why, in spite of finishing my entire portion, I am not able to attempt and I'm not able to actually score well, right? Charu is asking how to overcome the failure faced in the previous attempt. How to overcome with the failure faced in this attempt. Okay, so Charu, I understand that things are difficult at this point of time, but what I can tell you is, uh, failure and success is going to be a part of your journey, be it CA journey or your life, right? So the faster you accept that you have not cleared, and the faster you start working for your next attempt, the higher are the chances of clearing in that attempt, right? So what I can tell you is, make every day count. First, analyze and understand what went wrong previously. What is it that you were not doing well, and try to prevent those mistakes. If you feel that I don't know where I went wrong, you can try with, once you're done, uh, you can start with chapter wise mock test, or you can write 100 mark some mock test to understand where you're actually falling short, right? And make every day count from today so that you are very, very sure that in May 25 you're clearing. Yeah. Sakshi is asking whether CA test series will analyze her RTI copies, right? She's applied for RTI copies. So, Sakshi, you can write to them, and I'm sure they'll respond to you, right? Okay. Uh, okay. I think now these questions are repetitive. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, Sukhbir is saying that I'm not able to cross even 100 marks in one group after so many attempts. I don't know what to do. So again, Sukhbir, I will try to tell you uh, my my solution here would be you try to understand where exactly you're going wrong. See, if you are not scoring well, there is at least some mistake you're doing, right? We need to understand that what is that mistake, right? And those mistakes you will know when you try to solve different questions and you're trying to attempt mocks, right? So I will highly recommend that if you can just try to write mocks and understand that maybe some chapters you're not doing well or your concepts are still not strong, so you will have to work on those concepts, right? Okay, just give me 1 minute. Everybody is asking for the presentation. I'll just share with you. I'll just take a minute to share the presentation with you. Just 1 second. Uh, it's I am not able to share it somehow here. I think it's too big to be shared. I am not able to do it now. What you could do is, all of you, is if you all could share, your request for the presentation with CA test series, I will share it with them so that they can give you all. Is that okay? Can you all do that? Because here it is not getting shared somehow. I've tried, but the PDF is not getting shared. Yeah. Okay. So you could just tell them that you need the presentation and they'll send it to you, right? Okay. Next is how to increase speed when new questions come in the question paper. Sandra is asking. So, Sandra, again, the only way to increase speed is you write more and more papers, right? So the more questions you attempt, the more different type of questions you attempt, the more you write and solve, the more mock tests you solve, the better will be your speed. That is the only way out, right? Because when new questions come, if you have practiced a lot of questions, you will be able to think and write fast. Yeah. Baba Sahib is saying that I'm working and getting only 2 days for study. Syllabus is used, is very huge. So how do I manage? So Baba Sahib, I just gave you a schedule some time back and how you should be using your weekdays and your weekends to make maximum use of your time, right? Mahima is saying I'm not able to remember in the exam hall. So Mahima, in the last session, what I think the main reason why you're not able to remember is because you tend to get very nervous and worried. So if you just see CA test series on YouTube channel, my previous session, I've shared a lot of tips which will help you increase your calmness and composure, right? And will help you be more, composed to give your papers. Because what happens is when you are very very nervous, even if you know things, you tend to make mistakes. So I've given a lot of tips, so I will request you to go just see that YouTube, the recording uploaded on YouTube, so that it will help you understand what all things you can do, so that you are very very calm and you are able to recollect things which you have already done. Okay, can we get any last day revision classes with this test series? Okay, I will speak to CA test series management about this and I'll get back to you soon. Now, Naga, can you please retype your message? I don't know your questions. I'm not able to find you. I know you have asked me to reply, but I'm not getting the question. Can you please retype and send it to me? Okay, Angi is asking for the presentation. So as I told you, somehow it is not getting shared here. So you can just write to CA test series. I will share the presentation with them and they'll surely share it with you. Right? Uh, Fine. I still tried, but it is not happening. So you will have to request them for the PDF. I will share it with them. They'll give it to you. Okay, Sakshi, it was my second attempt of CA final and I couldn't clear. I'm losing hope how to regain confidence. So, Sakshi, this entire process of CA is a lot about grit and your commitment towards your studies and to becoming a CA. I understand you must be not feeling right at this time. But the second thing you have to understand is this time is very, very precious and you need to make maximum use of it. Right. So first analyze what is it that went wrong previously. Were your concepts not clear, or you lacked writing speed, or you didn't try to attempt different questions? Writing mocks will also help you there. So first do a detailed analysis of what went wrong and accordingly plan your studies now and start immediately, right? Because now each and every day is very, very precious for a final CA student. Yeah. Try uploading the link to presentation to the YouTube video in its comment or caption. Yeah, Amrita, I'll do that. So once it is uploaded on YouTube, I will also upload the presentation. Thank you for this, this recommendation. I can do that. Okay. I scored only half marks even if attempted, like 2 out of 5 suggested on presenting answers. So Mahima, as I told you, you can try and, write one set of test series with CA test series so that, you get a proper question on like every answer wise analysis that, what is going wrong so that you know that these are the particular areas I'm making a mistake and then you can work on them, right? Very, very subject specific questions I'm not answering. You can directly connect with CA test series. They have expert mentors there, subject wise. They will be able to guide you better. Sakshi's saying that I've studied everything, but I'm not able to revise in 1.5 days before exams. What to do? See, Sakshi, it is not possible for anybody to study, revise the entire syllabus just one day before exam, like those 1.5 days. So it is very important that you have your markings and summary notes ready. So at this stage you should be exactly knowing that what exactly I am going to study before my exam and in what order I'm going to study. That is very, very important. And for that, if you write a mock test also exactly in the exam style, you will get that confidence that I'm able to complete everything, right? So um, markings, making summary notes, and giving a mock test in the exam style will help you there. Okay. Okay. Someshwar is saying from which subject is better to start FR, AFM or audit given already November attempt, also doing part-time job 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Group 1 is pending. Please suggest. Okay. So Someshwar, what you could do is you could take one difficult and one easy subject to begin with. So if you feel that for me FR is difficult and audit is easy, then you can take a combination of these two subjects. Once you finish one subject out of this lot, you can then move on to the next. So if once FR and audit, once FR is done, you can do AFM and audit so that you're doing two subjects simultaneously. But you should always divide your day in easy and difficult subject. So the easy subject, so if you are a morning person who can study well in the morning, do the difficult subject in the morning and easier subject after you're back from your office, right? And try to make maximum use of your weekends. Okay. Okay. Murtuza is saying, ma'am, even after writing chapter-wise test series, was able to score 60 to 80% in test series, yet I failed and got 24. Please guide on, or should I send my exam copies at CA test series to understand where I went wrong? Oh, yeah, Murtuza, what you could do is you could surely write to them and ask them for their guidance. They will, so because you're a CA test series student, I'm sure can help you there. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. Sandra is asking what should be the main focus, ICI study material or coaching material. What I can tell you is you pick either one of these two things, right, as your main material. The other one, you just go through it once, and whatever is not covered, you could highlight. So next time you're not referring to two books, you are just doing your ICI study material and just the different concepts or different questions that are given in the other material. You can choose either of it, like that is completely on you. If you I don't know which are your classes notes, so I cannot tell you what is to be done. But what I can tell you is you can glance through the other material also and just highlight whatever is different, and then you just work on, next time when you're revising, you do maybe ICI study material in detail and just the important markings from the other material. You don't refer to two materials together, right? Okay. Okay. Uh, have I answered all your questions? So if any of your questions who are still attending are pending, can you quickly retype it so that just copy paste so that I know I've missed someone, right? Because there were so many questions. Might be I missed one or two. I'll just wait for some time. If there are some questions I've not answered, you could type there and I'll answer now. Yes, any more questions, any more doubts you all have, you all can type in the chat, Q&A section, and I'm happy to answer. Umesh is asking which is better, chapter wise or full subject. So what I will recommend, Umesh, is when you're doing it now, you do chapter wise, right? And then once you finish the entire portion, you also write a full subject one. So it's not either or, you have to do both, right? Because 100 marks, writing 100 marks, 3 hours paper is very, very crucial, because you need to know that how do you cover your portion and how do you write different, try and attempt different questions in 3 hours. So writing both is important. Okay. Next is, I think I didn't get any new questions. So I think I've answered all of them, right? So anybody, any other question? Okay. Shivani is asking that I got very low marks in previous attempt. So I joined the class of FR and AFM. To gain more conceptual clarity, I have taken 4 unit tests and 2 full tests. I'm thinking to go together with my lecture and revision and unit test. How many times I should complete it? Is it correct? Yes, absolutely. So, because you've already taken unit tests, so as and when you finish the unit, please attempt the test. And when you finish the portion, you write a full 100 marks paper. And then after the next revision, the next 100 marks, right? And as I told you, at least write one set of paper in the exam style. That will really help you out. Yeah. Okay. Shivani, I hope I answered your question. Uh, okay, Poonam, audit specific questions you can directly ask CA test series and they'll connect you to the audit expert. Charu is saying, tell me some motivational stories so that I can really, really clear my exam. See, I am dealing with so many students day in, day out, that every student story is very, very motivating to me. But one student who really I felt was, who, really, in spite of such challenging times, has put in her best effort and cleared his, she is a CA final student, and she doesn't have parents. She has a brother who is with Down syndrome. And in spite of all this, she's studying, she's putting in her best efforts. She cleared one group in the previous attempt, and she's managing a lot of things and still studying, being very, very strong, right? So everybody is facing different challenges and not giving up. So what I can tell you all is, you always feel your life is difficult, but when you realize that how blessed you are, you can really put in your best efforts and try to make best use of the time, right? So you have the best faculty, there are so many people who are there to help you, you have time on your hand. So I will really want you to make best use of it and put in your best efforts, right? Sakshi is saying that in 15 minutes reading time, I feel like I know nothing. I don't know. I'm not able to understand a single line. But afterwards, when I start attempting, I get the questions, but it creates a lot of Panic. Sakshi, the main reason why this is happening is because you're very tensed, right? So next attempt, like this attempt, when you go, what I want you to do is reach the exam center much before time, relax yourself. You could simply do some deep breathing, just stop studying once you leave your house. Just calm yourself down and relax and trust yourself that you really know the things, right? And then, so at least 10 to 15 minutes before you reach you go and sit in your wherever the allocated place and just relax yourself. You will realize that afterwards, when you get the paper and you get the reading time, because you're calm and composed, you will be actually able to write, actually be able to think and strategize how you will be able to write the paper. So this entire thing is caused by stress and worry and nothing else, right? So just calm yourself down, sit there sometime before, and then only attempt the paper. Right. Angi is asking whether chapter-wise test. See, so as and when you finish chapter-wise test, Angi, once you finish a chapter, you finish with the test, and then what you do is, like, after you finish your entire portion, you write 100 marks paper, right? You don't keep going till April, right? You finish it now itself. As and when you're finishing, write a test, right? Okay. How many full mock tests are required before exam? Minimum 2. As I told you, at least one in the exam style, 100 marks, right? Someshwar, I cannot recommend textbooks. I will not be able to do that. Kiran, can you give me directions? Can you please type the whole question, directions in what sense, or like for what you want? Is this necessary to use law terminology in business law? Yes, the more law terminology you use, the better. It will really help you out. Yeah. Angi, what you could do is, for your chapter-wise test, you could connect with CA test series specifically about your question and about your planning, and I'm sure they'll help you there, right? Okay. Kiran, can you write the entire question so that I know what you're asking, please? I think I've answered all of your questions. Kiran, can you type? I know you, I am not able to find your question. Okay, Avdut, as I told you, for like particular subject-wise questions, you can connect with CA test series and they will connect you to the subject matter experts, right? Okay, okay. I think okay. So I think I've answered all your questions other than very, very specific subject-wise questions. So I have already spoken to the CA test series management. If you have very, very specific subject questions, you can directly connect with them and they will surely answer, right? And I understand a lot of you are interested in joining their test series and are confused about how to schedule the chapter wise test. They will also help you there. You need not worry about that, right? Okay. So I hope this session helped you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and all the very best. Study well, right? And make each and every day count. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome, Baba Sahib. Welcome, everybody. Have a lovely day and study well, all of you. Bye bye. Take care. Okay. I think